everybody. Thank you for joining me. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. Um, oh, wait a minute. I was eating pistachios before coming on. That's right. Hmm. I think I should have brushed my teeth before I came on here. But oh well, it is what it is. This is what you call live. But I hope everybody's kind of wrapping up their weekend. It's so good to let me move this a little closer here. I'm sitting in a little corner here of my apartment, and I hope that everybody is just kind of unwinding from the weekend. If you hear anything in the background, it's Louis and the cat. He's a character. He might just dive into my lap here. Who knows? I'm still warming up to him because I've had him for 2 years. Whoop, excuse me. I'm kicking the camera. I'm still warming up to him. And it's been a journey with him, but he is the absolute test of what patience is, because when I brought him home, I never looked at the papers that when you adopt him at the animal shelter. I went to the Colony, Texas. I went to adopt him there with my daughter. You hear him? He's being a little rambunctious right now. But when I went to adopt him, just a little side note, I'm not going to talk about my cat all day long, no. But I just thought if you hear rambunctiousness happening in the background, it's him. When I went to adopt him, uh, I never looked at the papers because I adopted him because his name was Louis. That's right. And that name saved him. That name saved him. And isn't it funny? Hey, that might just set off the tone of a few things I want to talk about. That sometimes it could just be one little thing that kind of pivots everything. And it's like that aha moment. I'm telling you, that's the cat. He's jumping up here. You know what? I'm trying to think of, oh, I know why he is. My watch, the reflection of the light, because I'm sitting close to the sun. Oh, Lord, that's all I need. Settle down. Settle down. And I'm not a cat. Well, yes, I am a cat lady. But truly, this cat was saved by his name, because my late Louis, that we had for more than 15 years, passed away. Um, and for 2 years ago, he passed away. And I was so heartbroken that at the time I thought I don't ever want to have another cat. And my daughter encouraged me. She's like, Mom, don't think that just because you lose a pet and that pain that we're both feeling, because it was initially my daughter's cat. Um, she said, you should give it a chance. And and believe it or not, it was through her encouragement that I ended up going one day. She said, maybe there's cats. They have a weekend thing happening at the animal shelter, and maybe we can go check out some cats. And she sent me the link, and the first cat on their roster of cats to be adopted out to, his name was Louis. And I said, that's the one. We were there the next day at 8 a.m. And I said, no. And my daughter's like, what's he like? And this, I don't know. You didn't read anything? No, I didn't. We brought him home, brought him here to my apartment, and it was months and months of torture. Little did I know that a few weeks afterward of having him home, I decided to read the documents. My daughter, actually, she told me again, she's like, we need to call them. Could you go back to the documents that they give you at the adopt? And she went with me, but neither of us read anything. You know, he looked cute, precious, and then we got the sad news and the reality. And you know what? I should have pulled out those papers. They're just here in my closet so that I can tell you exactly how they described him. No one in their right mind would have adopted him. No one. So his name saved him. Isn't it funny how things sometimes work out? His name truly saved him, because that's why I got him. And now the whole fact, here, let me get myself comfy here. I want to get comfortable. Oh, Lord. Get moving my limbs is becoming harder and harder each day. Contorting my body, I should say. But it's been a journey. That's all I can say. So if you see this cat here just running amok, now you know. Now you know. I gave him my love and my patience, and now he finally sleeps at the nape of my neck when I go to sleep. That wasn't possible because before he was attacking me. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Hey, my love. Do you want to come up here? Yeah, this would have never been possible. Never. Here, let's see. Hey, buddy. Oh, darn it. If he gets back on the bed, I'll show you. I'm in my bedroom right now. So it's been a while since I've gotten on here. It's been a good while though, because a lot of beautiful things have been happening. Um, I've been through a lot in my life, and when I say a lot, it's a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to start my channel and to start sharing with people my life. That's why my channel, I decided to call it Tobey's Life Unveiled. There's nothing, no topic I won't talk about life, you know. Oh gosh, Louis, stop. Okay, I'm gonna have to take off my watch. Oh, but I don't want to. But I'm gonna have to do it, or else he's gonna attack me the whole time. There isn't a topic I won't talk about with regard to life. Not nonsense, ridiculousness. I don't even bother with that stuff. But one of the reasons why I decided to start my channel was because I wanted to talk about my life. There's a lot of aspects about my life and my walk with Christ that I thought was worth sharing. And plus, I talk a lot. I talk a lot ever since I was little. I was one of those kids that talked a lot, that your parent was like, okay, you need to stop. It's bedtime, nap time. Yeah, I was that child, and I talk a lot, and I have a lot of thoughts that go through my head that I spew them out of my mouth. And I figured, why not? We live in the day and age where how many uh, YouTubers exist? Thousands and millions of them. You know why? Because they like to talk. They like to share. They like to overshare. And I'm one of them. I don't want to call myself a YouTuber because let me tell you, it's been hard. Well, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to also jump on here to share is boy, oh boy. So you need to have, I think is it 500 or 1,000 followers for you to monetize. And so I'm talking about monetization because when I started this channel, um, it was about sharing my life, and it still is. My goodness, that's all I can do is share about my life because God has done a lot of amazing things for me. One, He kept me alive. I went through a suicide attempt in my life, and this was um, about 14 years ago. uh, or maybe a little bit less, 12 years ago, 12 years ago. And that was a very rough spot in my life that um, I, I, I never bothered talking about it to anybody. I remember in the beginning, I remember my mom telling me, "Oh, you shouldn't tell people about that episode in your life." And I told her, "Why not? Why not? On the contrary, I want to share with people the steps of what I went through and how hard it's been to bring myself to where I am today. I'm in a place that I don't think even money could buy. I don't. I I'm on the brink of probably losing my job soon. I think that next year in March, I'll probably know a little bit more concisely where my job is going. We have a lot of AI taking over. I work for a hospital system and I work for doctors. I've worked for several doctors, and a lot of my work is monotonous and routine and phone answering, administrative, clerical things. at the end of the day, AI has and is perfecting that whole streamlining process that you are not going to need humans. We've already been warned. It's not like I'm making up a story. No, we've already been warned at work. Warned in the sense of, or there's some changes. Come January, the call volume is going to drop. Come here, the call volume is going to drop more. And we're going to have to transition you into finding work for you to justify your work hours, that kind of a thing. And you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Because if I was a business owner, I would want to streamline things too, you know? Who wants to pay people's vacation time? Who wants to pay people's 401k plans? Who wants to pay people on their sick days? You know, who wants to pay people for vacations? Nobody does. Nobody does. And um, it is what it is. But one of the reasons why the idea of being able to monetize on YouTube was an incredible opportunity, because I began to think and I said, I want to talk to people about my life with Christ, my relationship with God, and how slowly I've been able to come to Christ and begin a relationship, because it is a relationship. Sorry, I have something in my eye. Um, it is a relationship that you have to establish, just like with anybody. In a romantic relationship, there's things that you do to keep yourself in love. In a relationship, a spiritual relationship with God, there are certain things that you have to do in your walk with Christ to stay connected to Him. And I don't know why I thought that it was just me saying I'm a Christian was enough. No, that's not enough. Saying I'm a Christian is not enough. There's a lot more that you have to do. Have a routine, um, um, a routine established on a daily basis, just like you would with your loved one, with your partner, with your life partner, with your spouse, in your relationships with your children. The same with your children. And there's no difference. There's no difference whatsoever. In your walk with Christ, it's the same aspect. Just like you have to stay connected, you have to stay positive. As a mom, I I work so hard at my relationship with my grown children. Now I'm a grandmother. I work very hard at my relationship with my grandchildren. I'm there for them. I'm there. I do work. I can't wait for the day that I don't actually have to clock in, 9 to 5, because I love spending time with them. And right now, it's really an essence. Time is of essence. That's what I wanted to say. Time is of essence. Every minute that my grandchildren, who are little right now, are growing, it's time to bond in a certain way, because once they learn what video games are, and even though my grandchildren are very well monitored, my daughter and my son-in-law invest incredible amounts of time with them. They don't spend hours on in front of a television. They don't. They have little tablets to watch learning things and all other little things that they like too. But they're not consumed by, media. No, not at all. But the minute that they realize and they're given a little bit more freedoms, because you can't keep your kids locked up in a box either, which I know my son-in-law and my daughter are not going to do. Once they realize all of these other things that exist right now, Nona, grandma, they call me Nona. Nona is it for them. They love me. They run, the shouts, the screaming, they jump on me. The older they are getting, my grandson is already 5, and he's so cute. He still throws himself on me. And sometimes I'm like, ouch, ouch, here, oh, there, because he's growing, he's getting older. Um, and it's just they're growing, they're going to grow up. And every minute that I can, every weekend that I can, every moment I take advantage, because the minute they turn 8, 9, 10, forget about it, 13, Nona is no longer going to entertain you with her crafts, with her quirkiness, with Goodwill finds that she has, with the crazy little things I find on Amazon and buy and engage it with them. Every time they come to my home, we do a craft, we do this, we do that. I teach them something. Last or 2 weeks ago, it was ET. I was like, I'm going to show you what ET is. And I was teaching them the ET phone home and what it means. What does ET phone home mean? And it's something that time for me is of essence. But going back to the whole work thing and this whole journey on YouTube, it's been quite a thing. I love sharing. I love politics. This has given me the platform to talk about politics um, through my passion about them, because I believe that as Christians, we are called to speak out on morality and things. We live in the country where, first of all, I have the freedom to speak. We have freedom of speech here in the United States. Why not use it? Secondly, I'm not here to battle with anybody or combat with anybody. I'm just going to do like any old typical American would do, is voice their opinion and use their platform. And, I see one thing that's really gotten me is this Zoran Mamdani guy. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about this individual. He's a character, that's for sure. He's a character and and a snake. As a matter of fact, let's just put it mildly. He's a snake. Um, this character very blatantly talks about his faith, about him being a Muslim, which is fine, fine. The thing that I'm at a crossroads with, and I'm not happy about, is that when we Christians talk about our faith, like political figures that talk, the minute anybody talks about God, Jesus, about our faith in politics, we're mocked. We're mocked. We're, the comments that you get and anything, it's all negative. It's all negative. Like, how dare you trying to mix church with politics? How dare you? Well, what about this Zoran, where he's really part of his whole platform is that he's a Muslim? I was going to say Muslim American. He's not even a Muslim American. His allegiance is not to the United States. And as a Christian, my allegiance is not to the United States either. It isn't. But I honor this country and I support my leader, especially now that he is a conservative Republican. Yeah, that's aligns more with what I believe in. Is Trump perfect? No. Is he magnificent and over the moon? I'm over the moon with him? No, no. Is he flawed? Big time. But is he aligned right now with a lot of the things that I feel as a Christian my values need to be aligned with? Yes, he is. And that's where I stand. Is I'm going to vote for somebody, and unfortunately, no one else fit the bill but him. And my vote has to count. I have to vote at the end of the day, so I'm going to vote for the best man. Now, this Zoran Mamdani, it's so funny because uh, his first speech after winning the election, which I don't believe he won fair and square. You know why? Because his whole campaign was based on lies, that he was going to deliver free this, free that, free here, free there. And the governor herself of the state of New York said, I don't know where that money's going to come from, because it's sure as heck there is no money. So he's lying to the people. And I also have my views on who's actually voting and the level of understanding in politics of the people voting. I believe that there are a lot of intelligent people that voted, but are they intelligent in the sense of politics and economics? That's one other thing. Economics, I don't think that a lot of people that voted realize that the money has to come from somewhere. And that money comes from the taxpayer. And as it is, the people that live in New York City, the majority of people that live in New York City are struggling. So it's the working class people that now he's asking money for, uh, of them. He's asking money of them. To begin with, they were already struggling, they were already struggling. But anyway, yeah, I'm really bothered. But anyway, all this to say that I was saying that I love politics, and I'm going to use my platform to talk about politics. Um, and of course about the Lord, because I love him very much, and my walk with Christ, because some days it's good, some days it's bad. And when I say bad, don't get me wrong. I I gave up the life of immorality. That I gave up immediately, immediately, immediately. After the Lord healed me from alcoholism. And when I say healed me, it was because it was literally, that's what it was. After battling with alcohol for like 14, 15 years, nonstop alcohol use, um, one day it happened, December 9, 2023. And since that day, little by little, little by little, my walk with Christ just basically has gotten, has become more important day after day. I've made more room for the Holy Spirit in my heart, in my soul, and I've started purging a lot of things that I knew were not aligned with the Lord in my walk. And it was all giving things up out of love, out of love. And that's what I mean. Having a relationship with God is having like a relationship, a romantic relationship with an individual. For me, in my case, it would be if I were in love with a man, what are the things I do to show my partner that I love him? Uh, Me personally, I love cooking. I would cook. I would purposely get up an hour before he did and make breakfast, make him his coffee. Um, Holidays, prepare, go all out and make the favorite meals that I knew he would enjoy. Things that you do when you love somebody. And what else did I do? I set up romantic dates. I'd set up romantic nights at home, movie nights with specialty desserts and little things that I would do just to show him that I loved him. I would listen to him. I would tend to him when he was sick. I would give him my undivided attention. All of those, the undivided attention. Yes, that's what I said. And in the same manner, it's the same with Christ. And that's how my walk with Christ has happened since December 9 of 2023. I've grown to fall more and more and more and deeper in love with Christ, that, I just decided I'm going to give my life to him. And all of it, every little area, the areas that are right now hard for me to give into, you know what? I don't even listen to secular music. I love country music. It just is not even something I do anymore. I don't know when I stopped. Movies? No, I don't watch any movies. I'm watching right now The Chosen. Um, First season, because I was like, I want to find something with substance to watch. And I've joined a group of people that are watching it from church. And I said, hey, I don't even watch the things I used to watch anymore. All because of love, my love for him. I've consumed in love with him. And in the Bible, it's called first love. But I'm praying that that first love will remain until the day he comes for me, and calls me uh, to come to his kingdom, whether that is with the coming of Christ, because I really do feel like he's close, or if it means I have to close my eyes for the last time and never wake up. And when I do open them up, it's in his presence. But whatever the case is, I'm ready. I'm preparing myself. And that's exactly what it is. Just like a bride would prepare herself for her wedding, what do women do when they're going to get ready for a wedding, for their wedding? We prepare. We go to a hotel with all of our girlfriends. We hire the makeup artist, we hire the hairdresser, the person that does nails. We have somebody on wardrobe. We Because we're like, we're going to get adorned and prepared for that moment when we walk into the church, and we are called to be the bride of Christ. We are the bride. And what is he expecting of us? Is to be blemish free, wrinkle free, to be ready as the bride, because we are the bride. I call myself the bride because that's what the Bible calls us. Anyway, uh, I just wanted to let everybody know that, boy, oh boy, has it been hard. Like, to get people to watch your videos. I don't have a niche. It's just me about my life. Uh, to get people to like, to get people to follow. It has been so hard. And I'm like, I had no idea. But you know what? I was like, well, maybe I should follow the rules of becoming an influencer, a YouTuber, whatever you call it, whatever it's called. You know what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, I'm not going to edit videos. I'm not. I'm not going to edit videos. I'm not going to cut them down to 10 minutes. I'm not going to make them real quick, or 90-second videos. I'm not going to share my time that's limited. I'm not going to follow the rules of how to engage, and don't talk about this, don't talk about that, don't get in too much into this, don't get too much into that. No, no, I'm going to talk about it all. And as long as I need to, and if people don't want to tune in, then I guess they're not. And I'm finding it so hard to have people tune in to me, but that's okay. It's all right. If your ears, if this reaches your ears and you're still here at, let's see, at 26 minutes. Oh, I could see my ring lights. I could see my ring lights. I wish they could come up with something better. Look at that. Okay, sorry, I got distracted there. I'm 26 minutes in, and some people have probably tuned out within the first minute, some within the first five, and some just said, pass, but it's been very hard. It's been very hard. And it's funny because even the people that I know don't even tune in. Just a few little faithful ones that do. Um, my mother, no, I'm just kidding. No, my mom doesn't even watch because I talk in English and her primary language is in Spanish. But anyway, I was just going to say, help support me, my channel. Even if it is something that you're not going to listen to every single day, I do shorts. Um, I happen to think they're engaging. I'm not good at selling myself, but you know what? This is how I see it. Lord, you're going to bring them. You put in my heart to do this video um, platform where I can engage with people and share my life, share my views. Look at Louie. You're so cute. I love you. Sorry. Distractions, distractions. Um, but I'm all in. I'm still doing it. I started at the end of April, I think it was. And I started at the end of April after going out with a friend of mine. She invited me to go to a bar um, slash club here in a nearby city where I live in. She was a coworker because her favorite band was playing for the very last time, and she was like, "Hey, come help me go support them." And I said, "Okay," even though it's no longer my life, my lifestyle. I'm a former alcoholic that God completely healed. I don't have a problem being around it, being around alcohol or smoking because I used to smoke cigarettes. Um, I went. And that morning when I woke up was when I said, I need to start my channel. I need to start my channel because I saw so many brokenness. Believe it or not, that bar that she took me to was a bar that I used to go to every weekend and drink uh, my brains out. And I saw people that I saw more than 8 years ago still there. And that broke me. That broke my heart. And I said, you know what? I want to talk about alcoholism. I want to talk about um, feeling stuck, feeling like there's no hope. And so I do a little bit of that on my channel also. Although, because we've been in the political season these last few months, a lot of my videos have been about politics. But overall, and all in all, it's about the love of Christ. And yes, I am going to voice my opinion when it comes to politics because I pray for my leaders, even the ones that I don't like. I do pray for them. I'm praying for Zoran Mamdani for him to um, I pray for him to not destroy New York. That's the truth. Because it's very hard to pray for someone's salvation when they're so deep in Islam. Although nothing is impossible for Christ, don't get me wrong. Nothing is impossible for Christ, not even that deeply rooted faith that is Islam. Even Christ can delve deep into the heart of somebody that's worshiping a false God. We don't worship the same God. No, we don't. But I do believe that there is a place in heaven for those people because God could forgive them and God could restore their belief in to believe in the Lamb of God, to believe in the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. But anyway, I'm still gonna pursue doing my little video. Eventually, I'll probably be doing it more full time because, like I said, I might be losing my job, and my job skills, my skill set that I have, it looks like it's not gonna survive AI. That's how it's looking. But of course, the ultimate say is the Lord. But what I do have to offer is the human side of me, which AI can never do. And hopefully, we're going to get to one point in our lives that AI is going to be everywhere 24/7, 364 65 days out of the year, and tuning into a human is probably going to be something nice and fun, and I'm still going to be sticking around. Hopefully my channel will thrive in it all. I'm still going to do videos. I wish I could monetize because I am getting ready to lose my job in March. Changes are coming to my industry. Any telephone type job, any job where you're doing any type of data entry, where you're scheduling, where you're looking for records, where you're doing anything that an AI can do, I'm going to lose my job is basically what's happening. And I'm 56 years old. In an AI driven and thriving world, why would anybody hire a 56-year-old? Why? They have no reason to. So that's why I thought it'd be nice to be able to have a channel that could hopefully support me. I don't want to be the government's, um, you know, new um, uh, where I'm going to depend on the government. I'm so anti that. If you can work. If you can do whatever you can, do what you can. Heck, if I have to go sit and be a caregiver and sit with an old, uh, little old lady, heck, I'll do that. But I'll tell you this: I'm not one to sit around waiting for handouts. I'll work. I will work, and I'm going to work hard to grow my channel. If I have more time, I'm going to start doing that because hopefully I'll be able to monetize, and that will kind of allow me to um, maintain where I live, maintain um, my bills and all that. But I don't know how it works. I don't know how this whole monetizing thing works, other than people need to follow, people need to like, people subscriptions matter, likes matter, and I'm learning that as I'm going along. I'm like, I have a video that had 2,000 views, and then I have one that had 18 views. I'm like, okay, whatever. But eventually, I guess with more time, I'll figure out how it all works. But in the meantime, I hope that everybody is enjoying the um, weekend that's unwinding. I did. I had a beautiful time at church. I got to spend time with my family. Uh, I'm getting ready to bundle up tomorrow. We're supposed to wake up. Right now, it's about 70 degrees. What is the temperature right now? Uh, well, it says 80. Am I right? I think it says, I don't think it's 80 degrees. Oh, no, it probably is because I'm sleeveless. Under 80, I start putting sweaters on. So tomorrow morning, we're waking up into wind chills in the 20s. I'm not ready. I have to be at work early. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy every minute of my job because I know it's getting ready to go away. And I know that I'm going to be the last of the last of people that can say, oh, I used to answer phones. Oh, I used to schedule things. I used to schedule testing for hospitals. But now, guess what? AI does it. But anyway, guys, I love you. Um, Drop me a note, hit like, hit subscribe. I would love to hear from you. Tell me where you're from, leave a comment, message me, stay in touch. Um, I love you guys. Oh, and I'm also on TikTok and I also have my Facebook. So visit me in those places too. I love you all. May God bless you. May He keep you. And always remember to put God first in everything, put Him first in all, and be faithful to Him because there's a lot, it goes a long way. I love you guys. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. How does this work? Oh my goodness.